So I started a gaming channel in 2026, and I think you should too. After 5 years, 4 videos, one excuse after another, here's what finally changed. But to know why I really started, you have to understand why I love gaming in the first place. See, my very first memory with my dad was us playing Super Mario Brothers on the NES when he came back from deployment. We would sit there and grind on level after level, and we wouldn't even turn the console off because back then there was no save function. Eventually I realized my controller was never plugged in. Fast forward to 2021 and I wasn't really happy with where I was at. So I decided to do what I always do, which is game. It's a perfect escape. It's a way for me to relax. And it combines my passions of gaming and tinkering. It's a perfect way to make a little extra money on the side. So I bought me a microphone, I bought me a camera, and I pressed record. And I almost didn't do it again. I just started giving myself excuses. I needed a new camera. My Canon T3, I was outdated. I needed a new microphone. I was like, this one doesn't sound right. This one's a condenser. I need a dynamic. I need a bicolor light, or the LED panel's not big enough. So it's not a soft light. There's one excuse after another. And needless to say, I've spent thousands of dollars on it. I've got me a Sony ZV-E10 II, a Blue Ember microphone, a Elgato prompter, an Elgato Wave XLR. But you'd be surprised what I'm actually filming with. If you want me to make a video on my exact setup, drop it in the comments below. But fair warning, you probably already have everything you need. But when it wasn't the gear that I needed, it was I didn't have the time. The children were too loud. I had to work. I couldn't come up with the right ideas. My background wasn't right. Ultimately, those were all excuses. I was postponing. Eventually, I got back into making content and created a productivity channel last year. And I spent the entire year committing to it. And for the most part, I did all right. But I got burnt out on it, ironically. And I decided to come back to my roots, what started it all, which was this gaming channel, this gaming video. So technically, yeah, I did start the channel in 2021, but this is the first year where I'm giving it a real chance, because back then I had only 4 videos, a handful of streams, and maybe a dozen subscribers. So why should you start? Everyone says, it's too late. The market's saturated. The algorithm's changed. Well, they've been saying that since 2015. And I can tell you firsthand that that's not true. I get views on my videos. I grow my channel. I just found a content creator back in December with his first video who's now at 20,000 subscribers. There's demand. More people are watching YouTube on their TV than they are on their phone. There's far more monetization options than there were 10 years ago. There's brand sponsorships, there's affiliate programs, there's the AdSense that everyone knows about, there's courses, memberships, donations, all kinds of stuff. And YouTube has lowered the bar to get into the monetization program. So it's easier to get started, it's easier to get monetized and make money. The shorts feature are blowing up channels, and the gear we have around us is better than it's ever been before. The production cost is a lot lower than it was 10 years ago. Yeah, sure, prices have gone up, but so has the quality significantly. You can buy a webcam like the Lyra for $100. 10 years ago, you would have to get a DSLR to get 4K anything. What are some of the pitfalls that you might face getting started in content creation? Well, one is obviously trying to better your gear. Thinking your setup's not quite right. Oh, I need a new camera. I need a new microphone. I need new lights. I need, better editing software, right? Yeah, you should upgrade over time. But right now, just get content out. Find what resonates with you and what resonates with your audience, and find your audience. Another thing is comparing your day 1 to someone else's year 5. You're just starting, just like me. I'm learning and growing in real time in front of you. I'm new to this. We're not in competition with Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast has an entirely different audience. So focus on you and your steps, because that energy you're pouring into your competitors and worrying about, hey, he's better at this, that's energy you could be using to better your channel and better your skill set. Another pitfall is worrying about your idea being original. We all stand on shoulders of giants. No idea is original. We build on other things. So if you see a video you like, cool, note it down. Go watch a couple more videos on that same topic and pull from each video to make your own, your own interpretation of that. Another really easy way to make your video your own is that idea might not be original, but you are. Okay, letting your personality shine through, your editing style shine through, your scripting style shine through, then cool. That's what people are going to come see. Another pitfall people make is sitting there trying to get better about their craft and learning more things, or researching a topic, and they start diving deeper and deeper and deeper, and days turn to weeks to months to years, and eventually that video never gets made. So done is better than perfect. Do a little bit of research. I'm not saying don't learn, don't dig into your topics, but know when to stop. And the best way that I found to do that is to set a time. Like, hey, I am only gonna spend an hour on research today. I'm only gonna spend an hour learning about editing today. And then I'm gonna spend another hour on scripting my video. Use the tools that you have to better research your topics, but don't get lost in the research process. Speaking of tools, let's address the elephant in the room. AI. Should we use it, or should we avoid it like the plague? And I'm gonna get a lot of flack for saying this. I know. Okay, but I'm all for AI. Use it. Okay? But it should be a tool used to amplify you, not replace you. If you're having to make your titles and your thumbnails and come up with the idea and script the video and edit the video and write the description and the tags and the pinned comment, why do we need you? So use it, but controlled. Because just like OBS, just like CapCut, just like DaVinci Resolve, it is a tool, but it could also be used wrong, just like any of those can. What I like to use it for is research. You can set Claude, Grok, or ChatGPT to bring you a curated list of research topics every morning. It could be news, right? What's trending. And from there, you can come up with your ideas for your videos. It can synthesize mass amounts of data across the internet in a fraction of the time that it would take you. So use that to your advantage. And then you can streamline your learning process, and you can dive deeper if you want, but it will get you 80% of the way there. The other thing I like to use it for is to organize my thoughts, and this is a big one, okay? I am super disorganized when it comes to my thought processes, my ideas. And so I word dump or word vomit, if you will, into ChatGPT or Claude or Grok, whichever one I'm using at the time, and I say, organize this into a cohesive thought for me. And from there, I can distill it down into my own words. I can use it to help refine some of my writing. Like, hey, this is a little clunky. How can I say this smoother? So things like that. But don't let it replace your voice. Don't let it replace you, but let it amplify you and lower the bar to ship the product. Don't let it lower the quality. So I'm not here to tell you that it's easy. I'm not here to tell you it's fast, but I am here to tell you, get started, because YouTube can be a life-changing endeavor, whether it's the money or the community or the creative outlet, okay, or the skills that you develop behind it. Okay, get started. Everyone thinks they missed the window. You think you missed the window, but the window's open and you're standing there staring at it right now. So the only thing stopping you is the story you're telling yourself about why you can't start in the first place. And I can confidently say that because I've told it to myself for the last 5 years. I've told myself the excuses. I've told myself that I will do it tomorrow, okay? I'm new, I'm still building, but I'm doing it. And I think you should too. If this inspired you to get a channel started, or maybe to continue on the journey that you're already on, drop your channel links down below. I genuinely want to check them out. I want to show some love, and I encourage you guys to do the same. And for every parent out there that doesn't get the chance to game as much as they used to, check out this video right here. I made that one for you.